That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 million bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting. That's a big number.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike, ready? 95-56. You remember me? Let's go, baby. 20 seconds.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Breeze. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Intended for Austin Eckler. Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 30. Yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go,
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Make the proper plays.
And we'll see how determined they are. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that's caught inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now on 2nd and 16. Stafford, he completes it to Nelson. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. From the 50, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing it in here on 2nd down, this time complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes our score 17-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing they do, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Stafford. Hauling it in, Nelson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 17-0 our score after one.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play action now. Cousins. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Greystone, travel.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, he completes it to Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 43.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, Eckler twisting away.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
50-50.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And Diggs has it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now. It's complete to Diggs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hey, switch gears.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
218, chopper.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. A give to Cook out of the gun. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And this one is right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Get ready. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my linemen out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if they can run a little bit.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
40 gun. 40 gun. Watch out. Watch the shift.
To throw again. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
I smell fear in that offense. 59. I smell fear in that offense.
The final shot before the break. Stafford into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
56 is the mark. That's what I do. Go.
First down. Here's Cousins. That is caught at the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. You're not ready.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll rifle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. J.J. Nelson. His touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, now here we go.
Play fake. Cousins looking for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
We got this.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Lions.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
4 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You ain't got nothing.
To the air again, Stafford. He completes it to Nelson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Lady.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in. Your sight line, or he's near you, so you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Johnson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, here we go.
2nd down and goal. Stafford, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Stafford. Lets it go for Nelson. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Man open. That's Byron Pringle complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 23. Stafford, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Bang, 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 bang.
Well, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On second down now, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A gain of 37. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
280. 3 right, 22.
Stafford on first down. Complete to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He'll get this to Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
32.
Again, it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Libra.
One last throw here for Stanford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.